Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear me, beta? Is my voice clear? Is my voice clear? Okay. Okay, beta. Thank you so much. Okay, beta. Once again, I want to know, is my voice clear to you? Okay, beta. Thank you so much. Okay, this is our lecture number 22, and we are going to discuss the chapter physical features. And this is our chapter physical features of the world. So, open your books, and today's topic is on page number 45. Nida, Nida. So, Nida, door बंद कर दो. Okay, beta. Uh, Today's topic is oceans. Is it clear? So this topic is on page number 45. So open your books. You have to take pencils or pen with you, so you may underline the important points of your topic. Is it clear? Okay. Okay, beta. First of all, we will discuss how many oceans are there in the world. So there are five oceans in the world, and in order of size from the largest to the smallest. So first of all, we will discuss the largest oceans, and then at the end we will discuss about the smallest oceans. So there are, as I told you, there are five oceans in the world. And what are the names of, yes, Aisha Javed, very good. So the names of the five oceans are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Arctic, and the Antarctic. Is it clear? So here are five oceans in the world. So underline these lines, and in order of size, Rayan Abed. Rayan Abed, clear the screen. Hurry up. Okay. Please be focused towards your lecture. Otherwise, I will not mark your attendance. Okay. We are going to discuss these five oceans in order of size from the largest to the smallest ocean. So, first of all, we will discuss the Pacific Ocean. Okay. So this is the Pacific Ocean. First of all, we will discuss about the Pacific Ocean. This is the largest ocean in the world, and this ocean is like oval or egg shaped, यानी इसकी जो shape है वो oval type है. The deepest known point in the Pacific Ocean is near the Philippines, and the Pacific does not have many seaports because of the shape of its coast. Is it clear? So the Pacific does not have many seaports because of the shape of its coast. So there are no so many ports because of the shape of. And what is the shape of the Pacific Ocean? Oval or egg shape. So what is the interesting thing about the Pacific Ocean? First of all, we will discuss that it why is it called Pacific Ocean. So it is called Pacific Ocean due to the calmness of the water. यानी यहाँ पर पानी जो है उसमें बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ वेव्स नहीं आती, बहुत ज़्यादा उसकी लहरें ऊंची नहीं हैं, बट इन फैक्ट इट इज़ अ वेरी calm and quiet ocean. So that is why it is called the Pacific Ocean, and it is the largest ocean of the world. And so there are the first of all we are going to discuss the importance of this ocean, and this is a major contributor to the world economy and particularly to those nations its water directly touch. So it provide low cost sea and transportation between east and the west. So this ocean is a you can say is a bridge, or you can say this ocean is the only source of the connection between through the sea from between east and the west. And secondly, this ocean contributes to the world's economy and particularly to those nations where its waters directly touch, and it provides low cost uh, sea, and it also a connection between the east and west through the sea. So I have already told you about the shape of the ocean, and then why it is called Pacific Ocean, and then the importance of this ocean. So where actually it is. And so this is, as I told you, this is the largest ocean in the world. And according to one theory, the moon came out of this part of the earth and left the deep hollow that is now filled by the Pacific. But this is just a theory. The reality is that the ocean is in the eastern coast of the Asia, and Australia are washed the western coast of the North America, and South America touch the Pacific Ocean on the other side, which is the east of the ocean. So the Arctic lies in its north and the Antarctic Ocean is in its south. And as I told you, the Pacific does not have many seaports, and the deepest known point of the Pacific Ocean is near Philippines. यानी जो इसका सबसे गहरा हिस्सा है जहाँ पर ये ओशियन बहुत ज़्यादा गहरा हो जाता है, वो कहाँ पे है? वो फिलीपींस के नज़दीक है. दिस इज़ ऑल्सो द डीपेस्ट पॉइंट इन एनी ओशियन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. और ये दुनिया के तमाम ओशियन से ज़्यादा ये डीपेस्ट पॉइंट है इसका. Is it clear? ये सबसे ज़्यादा, this is also the deepest point in any ocean of the world. So the Pacific does not have many seaports, as I told you, because of its shape, and but most sea routes between east and the west pass through the this pass through the Hawaii islands and are located in this ocean. So famous harbors around the ocean include Sydney Harbor. It is situated in Australia, and then Tokyo, and then Shanghai and Manila, and these are the most important harbors around the around this ocean. So how many harbors are there around this ocean? Five harbors are there around the ocean, like Australia, Japan, China, Philippines, and Hawaii Islands. Is it clear? So, this is all about the Pacific Ocean, and as I told you, the importance of the ocean, because it is a very uh, important ocean, because it is very largest ocean, and also it is very important because it joins the east and west through the seas, and also it is a very uh, low cost sea route for the transportation of anything. Is it clear? So any question, if you have any question, then you can ask me in your chat box. Any confusion about this ocean and about this topic, you can ask me the question. Okay, Aisha. Okay, next one is the Atlantic Ocean. First of all, you can see the beautiful पिक्चर ऑफ द पैसिफिक ओशियन एंड ये बहुत कम होता है कि यहाँ पर इस तरह की वेव्स जो हैं, लहरें जो हैं वो आती हैं. अदरवाइज इट इज़ अ वेरी काम एंड क्वाइट ओशियन. सो यू कैन सी द ब्यूटीफुल areas and coasts of the Pacific Ocean. And one important thing, which is very important, what is called the Oceania. So Oceania is the name given to Australia, New Zealand, Hawaii, and thousands of the smaller islands in the Pacific Ocean. So this is called, not called the ocean, but called the Oceania. Is it clear? Oceania. So we will pronounce it as Oceania. Ocean and then IA, Oceania. Oceania is the name given to Australia, New Zealand, Hawaii, and thousands of the smaller islands in the Pacific Ocean. Is it clear? These are all the islands which are present in the Pacific Ocean, and the name Oceania is given them in 1922 AD, when the League of the Nations um, appointed to take care of some of the smaller Pacific islands. Is it clear? So this situation changed after World War II, and the United States captured those islands, and most of these islands finally became independent by 1986. And you know that what is the League of the Nation? League of the Nation was the organization which was formed before the United Nations, before the United Nations, and it is at that time in 1922, because the United Nations was formed in 1945, and it was formed before the United Nations. So in 1922 AD, the League of the Nations appointed to take care of these all these specific islands, and this situation was changed after World War II, when US captured those islands, and most of these islands finally became independent by 1986. So the Oceania is the name given to the Australia, New Zealand, Hawaii, and thousands of the smaller islands which are present in the Pacific Ocean. You can see the detail about the Oceania in your book also on page number 45. So next one is the Atlantic Ocean. This is the world's second largest ocean, and this is also the oval and egg shaped, and the beaches of this ocean are well cut, unlike the rough shores of the Pacific, and therefore establishing a port on this ocean is easier. यानी इसमें क्या है, पैसिफिक ओशियन जो है वहाँ पर ज़्यादा सी पोर्ट्स नहीं हैं, क्योंकि उनके जो बीचेस हैं जो बैंक ऑफ द रिवर आप जैसे कहते हैं, वो सीज जो हैं, शोर जो हैं, बैंक ऑफ सीज एंड शोर्स, वो वेल कट नहीं थे, यानी वो रॉकी हैं या बिल्कुल भी उस पे पॉसिबल नहीं है कोई भी एक्टिविटी. बट दीज शोर्स ऑफ दिस ओशियन, Atlantic Ocean, are well cut, unlike the rough shores of the Pacific. So यहाँ पर सी पोर्ट बनाना easy है, and therefore establishing a port on this ocean is easy. So glaciers from the Arctic Ocean in the north sometimes drift into the Atlantic, posing a major hazard for ships in this region, in that region. First of all, you can see that here is a beautiful picture of the glacier, which is now you can see, which is going to drift and which is going to melt. And sometimes the glaciers of the other oceans also drift into the Atlantic Ocean. It means कि जब वो ग्लेशियर्स पिघलते हैं तो उनका पानी आहिस्ता आहिस्ता इस ओशियन में भी आता है. And you can see the beautiful picture of the glacier which is going to drift in the Atlantic Ocean. And this is the picture of, also another picture of the Atlantic Ocean. Is it clear? Any confusion? Okay, so glaciers from the Arctic Ocean. Basically, these are the glaciers of the Arctic Oceans, but in the north, sometimes these glaciers drift into the Atlantic Oceans, posing a major hazard for ships in the region. It means these glaciers of Arctic Oceans sometimes cause to create the problems for the ships which are traveling, sailing in the Atlantic Oceans. So these glaciers are sometimes drift into the Atlantic Ocean and causing the major problems for the ships in that region. So look at your book. You can underline the first paragraph, all over the first paragraph, and the first three lines of the second paragraph, and then look at the last paragraph of the Atlantic Ocean. And this is also the last paragraph of your page 45. Glaciers from the Arctic Ocean in the north sometimes
यार मस्ती नहीं करो
posing.
उससे
Better turn off your mic. Turn off your mics, beta. So underline these lines on page number 45. Underline these lines. You can see the last two lines are most important. Underline these, and you can see that the most famous incident was the sinking of the Titanic, one of the biggest ships in 9/11. Is it clear? Okay, so glaciers from the Arctic Ocean in the north sometimes drift into the Atlantic, posing a major hazard, as I told you, for ships in this region. And the most famous incident was the sinking of the Titanic. You all know about the Titanic, the ship which about the Titanic, and this incident was happened on in 1911, and it was a biggest ship. It was our biggest ship. And so the incident was sinking of the Titanic was happened in 1911, and this incident was happened in the Atlantic Ocean. So remember these things. And if you have seen the picture movie of the Titanic, you remember that the last scene of this movie, that you can see that a glacier, the ship hit with a glacier. So as I told you, these glaciers of Arctic Ocean also sometimes drift here, and these glaciers also create the problem for the ships in this region. Is it clear? Okay. Now the Indian Ocean. Next one is the Indian Ocean. And the Indian Ocean is also very important ocean, and it is the third one ocean. But one thing which I want to tell you about the Atlantic Ocean, why is it called Atlantic? Its body of salt water covering approximately one fifth of the earth's surface and separating the continents of Europe and Africa to the east from those of the North and South America to the west. So, why is it called Atlantic? Its body of salt water covering approximately one fifth of the Earth's surface. So, this is very interesting thing about the Atlantic Ocean. So, what is interesting fact about the Indian Ocean? First of all, I want to tell you that it is the third largest ocean and covers the Bay of Earth's space surface, and after Pacific and Atlantic Ocean in size, the Indian Ocean is comparable the with five times the size of the United States. So it is a very large ocean also as well, and this is the third largest ocean in the world, and it is a roughly idea about its how large it is. So it is about five times the large than the size of the United States of America. So this is the, as I told you, third largest ocean in the world, and the shores of the Indian Ocean are not well cut. यानी ये भी properly उस तरह से नहीं है कि इन पे कोई ह्यूमन एक्टिविटी की जा सके या सी पोर्ट्स ज़्यादा बनाई जा सके. These are not well cut and it is not easy to make a harbor there. तो यहाँ पर भी कोई भी हार्बर बनाना या उसको इस्टेब्लिश करना इजी नहीं है. सो द अरेबियन सी विच washes the coast of the Pakistan, India and many countries of Africa is also the part of this ocean. Is it clear? So underline the second paragraph and first two lines of the second paragraph. You can see that the Arabian Sea, which washes the coast of Pakistan, India, and the Arabian area region and many countries of the Africa is also the part of this ocean. Is it clear? You can see the beautiful pictures of the Indian Ocean, and the blue sea is here, and you can see the beautiful rocky areas also. Some of the rocky areas also present in this Indian Ocean. As I told you, the interesting fact of the Pacific Ocean, that the Pacific Ocean is there is our deepest point of the Pacific Ocean is near Philippines, and it is the deepest point of the any ocean of the world. So same like this, here are some rocky areas, rocky region in this sea, and you can see that in the Atlantic Ocean we can see the glaciers are there, and same like this you can see this the difference of these three pictures. First of all, I told you that the deepest the Pacific Ocean is a calm ocean and calm and quiet ocean, and then you can see that the Atlantic Ocean somewhere having the glaciers there, and here are some rocky area in the Indian Ocean. Now the Arctic Ocean. Okay, the Arctic Ocean is also known as the Arctic Sea. So underline this line. It is a great mass of water around the North Pole and remains frozen for most of the year. So very important thing is that this ocean remains frozen, as you can see in your picture on your slides, that you can see that the most of the part of this ocean remains of ocean remains frozen throughout the year. Is it clear? So you can see the beautiful picture of frozen sea water here. So the Arctic Ocean is known as the Arctic Sea. It is a great mass of water around the North Pole, but it remains frozen for most of the year. And Robert Edwin Peary from the United States is usually believed to have been the first explorer to reach the North Pole in 1909. So, in 1909, Robert Edwin explored this area, this region of the North Pole, and it is usually believed that Robert Edwin was the first explorer in 1909. So these are all the important lines, and underline these lines in your book on page number 46. So once again, I want to tell you something interesting about the Atlantic Ocean. I told you about the Atlantic Ocean. Now I want to tell you the about the Arctic Ocean. It is very fresh ocean, and this is because of the most Russian rivers drain to the north, and it is also known the coldest of all the oceans. Why it is called the coldest for all the oceans? Tell me in your chat box why the Arctic Ocean is called the coldest ocean of all the oceans. This is very interesting thing, and I have already shown you the picture of this ocean, and the answer is very easy. You can, yes, Sheroz, very good, because it remains frozen for most of the year. It remains frozen for most of the year. Very good. In the North Pole, because of the glaciers, not because of the glaciers. Glaciers are the different thing. You can see that the this is the picture of actually the glaciers. Glaciers are like this, and this is the Atlantic. The Arctic Ocean remains frozen. वो वैसे ही frozen रहता है. Is it clear? Frozen रहता है Arctic Ocean, not because of the glaciers, but because of the temperature. Is it clear? Yes, Aisha, because it remains frozen. Muhammad Arif. Okay, Amna. Yes, because of not Amna. I told you that not because of the glacier, but because of the cool temperature. It always remains cold and frozen throughout the year, almost throughout the year. So that's why it is also called the coldest ocean of the world. So not because of the glaciers. Is it clear? Glaciers are the different things. Is it clear? So next one is the Antarctic Ocean. The Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans meet in the Antarctic regions near the South Pole. You can see that the how many oceans meet in the Antarctic uh, region. The Atlantic, Pacific, Indian Oceans meet in the Antarctic region near the South Pole. Is it clear? So these large three largest oceans of the world also meet in the Antarctic region. And what are these three oceans? Atlantic, Pacific, Indian. These three largest oceans meet in the Antarctic region near the South Pole. So underline these lines. The Antarctic Ocean is formed by the junction of these three oceans. So what is the meaning of junction? Where all the main things join themselves. This is called the junction. Is it clear? जहाँ पर बहुत सारी इंपॉर्टेंट ओशियंस मिलते हैं आकर, तमाम लार्जेस्ट ओशियंस, that is called the junction. And what is the junction of these oceans? The Antarctic Ocean. Is it clear? The Antarctic Ocean is formed by the junction of these three oceans. तो इन तीनों oceans के मिलने से क्या होता है, जो एक जगह पर आकर कंबाइन हो जाते हैं नियर द साउथ पोल. द एंटार्क्टिक ओशियन एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ द as a result of this, the Antarctic Ocean is formed by the junction of these three oceans. So it forms a kind of circle and surrounds the Antarctic continent and remains frozen for most of the year. A very interesting feature of this ocean is current wheel. Is it clear? So we will discuss about the ocean current in our next lecture, inshallah. Then I will tell you in detail what is the meaning of current wheel and what is the meaning of ocean current. So the most interesting thing of this ocean, about this ocean, is that it holds most of the world's fresh water, and it is unique continent on ocean only because the here is no permanent human habitant. इज इट क्लियर? यानी यहाँ पर कोई इंसानी ज़िंदगी परमानेंटली नहीं होती, बस जो लोग यहाँ पर सेलिंग के लिए आते हैं या इस ओशियन इस साइड पर आते हैं, अदरवाइज देयर इज़ नो परमानेंट ह्यूमन हैबिटेंट्स आर देयर. So look at your book. Once again, I want to explain you this point from your book. So underline the whole paragraph. The whole paragraph of Antarctic Ocean is most important paragraph. So the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific, these things are very important. Please remember these points, underline these points. Which oceans meet there? The three largest oceans of the world meet here. The Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans meet in the Antarctic region near the South Pole. And then the Antarctic Ocean is formed by the junction of these थ्री ओशियंस. सो ये जो साउथ पोल पर तीन ओशियंस आकर आपस में मिलते हैं, इन्हीं की वजह से क्रिएट होता है द एंटार्क्टिक ओशियन. सो इट हैज़ अ ग्रेट मास ऑफ वाटर. इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा पानी होता है बिकॉज ऑफ थ्री मेन ओशियंस मीट हेयर. सो इट फॉर्म्स अ काइंड ऑफ सर्कल एंड सराउंड्स द एंटार्क्टिक कॉन्टिनेंट. ये एंटार्क्टिक कॉन्टिनेंट के इर्द गिर्द सारा फैला हुआ है, इसीलिए ये एक सर्कल की शेप में है. And remains frozen for most of the year. Because of this, it remains frozen most of the year. And a very interesting feature of this ocean is a current wheel, as I told you, and I will explain the current wheel inshallah in my next lecture, and also called the Antarctic gear. Underline these lines. All these lines are most important. So this is a clockwise movement of water caused by the water rushing in form the three great oceans. यानी इसमें करंट व्हील या करंट गियर किसे कहते हैं? ये क्लॉक वाइज मूवमेंट ऑफ वाटर है. दिस इज द क्लॉक वाइज मूवमेंट ऑफ वाटर of these three main oceans. And what are these three main oceans? The Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. All these oceans meet here in the Antarctic region near the South Pole, and then the Antarctic Ocean is formed due to these three oceans, and it forms a kind of circle. तो इस ocean की shape क्या बन जाती है? Circle shape में है ये, around the Atlantic, अराउंड द कॉन्टिनेंट. इज इट क्लियर? सो ये एक कॉन्टिनेंट के दरमियान, ये जो एंटार्क्टिक कॉन्टिनेंट है उसके अराउंड एक सर्कल शेप में है. एज यू नो दैट द पैसिफिक ओशियन इज द एग एंड ओवल शेप, देन द Atlantic Ocean is also egg and oval shape, and the Antarctic Ocean is in circle shape, round shape, and it surrounds the Antarctic continent and almost remains frozen for most of the year. That's why no permanent human activities are here, or no one can live here because of the all the time it remains frozen. And a very interesting feature, as I told you, of this ocean is current wheel is also called the Antarctic gear, and this is a clockwise movement of the water, which is caused by the water rushing in the form of these three ओशियंस. सो ये जो तीनों ओशियंस आपस में मिल जाते हैं, इनकी वजह से एक क्लॉकवाइज उसकी फॉर्मेशन पानी की आ जाती है, एंड दैट इज़ वाई इट इज़ कॉल्ड अ करंट व्हील और अ करंट gear. So here are some interesting facts of amazing facts of these about these animals, like dolphins, which are present in these oceans. Dolphins के बारे में मैं आपको बताती हूँ कि dolphins sleep with only half of their brain and with one eye open, so they can watch for Muhammad Ali, so they can watch for their enemies, their predators, or their enemies and other threats. यानी डॉल्फिन जो यहाँ पर मौजूद हैं इन ओशियंस में, अगर तो वो डॉल्फिन के बारे में एक अमेजिंग फैक्ट ये है कि डॉल्फिन्स जो हैं वो अपने हाफ ब्रेन के साथ सोती हैं और उनकी एक आंख खुली रहती है. दे स्लीप विद ओनली हाफ ऑफ देयर ब्रेन एंड विद वन आई ओपन, सो दे कैन वॉच फॉर predators, their enemies, or any type of threats. So जो octopus हैं, an octopus has 3 hearts and the color of its blood is blue. It is very interesting thing. The color of its blood is blue, and the cells of blue whales is the calls of the blue whales is the loudest sound made by any animal on the planet. और आपको पता है जो whale है उसकी जो आवाज़ है, it is the loudest sound made by any animal on the प्लेनेट. इतनी शार्प है एंड इतनी फास्ट और उसकी इतनी लाउड आवाज़ है कि प्लेनेट अर्थ प्लेनेट पे ऐसी आवाज़ किसी और एनिमल की इतनी शार्प नहीं है. सो देयर आर सम अमेजिंग फैक्ट्स अबाउट द सी एनिमल्स here, like dolphins, octopus, and whales. Is it clear? So this is an interesting thing which is related to your topic. So I want to share with you now. Answer me the questions, and if you have any problem regarding this topic, you can ask me the question in the chat box. And first of all, you have to tell me which is the largest ocean in the world, what is the shape of Atlantic Ocean, and what is the most interesting thing about the Arctic Ocean. Yes, very good. Alishba, Shahroz, Rania, very good, beta. Well done, very good. So the largest ocean is the Pacific Ocean, and the yes, Muhammad Ali, very good. The shape of the Pacific Ocean and Atlantic Ocean is egg or oval shape. Very good, Aisha, Rania, Shahroz, well done. Shape of Atlantic Ocean is oval shape. And why there is no human life, why we cannot live on the Antarctic Ocean? Why? My question is why we cannot survive on the Arctic Ocean, yeah, or around the Arctic Ocean. Alishbar is one. Yes, the shape of the Atlantic Ocean is oval. Very good. Amna Maqsood, yes, well done, beta. Muhammad Ali, because of snow. Yes, because the Antarctic Ocean remains frozen throughout the year. Yes, Aisha, because it's freezing